Some people will say he performed miracles. Look at the Christian TVs. Sometimes they broadcast their church services. The guy hits the sick man with his jacket, and the man is healed right away. He breathed on a paralyzed person, and he stands up and walks.
False prophet.
And then the guy comes with cancer. He touches him, and then he goes, he's healed. You don't believe, but those people sitting in the church and watching those programs, they even cry. They even cry from emotion. They believe truly. So for them, it's a miracle. They say, in the name of Jesus, you will be healed. And the lady stands up and walks, but he was paralyzed. What happened? Right? I know the CBC went through the vaccines, and they went after those people. They realized they were not paralyzed at all. He wasn't paralyzed. She wasn't sick at all. False papers, medical papers, they showed. Apparently, they will perform miracles. The Antichrist or Antichrists. They will eventually claim divinity. First they will say, we are, or I am the Messiah. I am Jesus. We have 8 Messiahs now, today. We have eight Jesus now on the earth. 8 people from Christian world claim that I am Jesus. One is in Australia, one is in Russia, a few of them is in the States. They say, I am Jesus.
One in Africa?
In Africa, I didn't know that, so let's so we add one more, the 9. So they will claim that we are Messiah, we are the Jesus' second coming, and eventually they will say, the Antichrist will say, I am God. I know some of them. They claim, I am the God. One of them was the Sam Myung-moon, the Korean Messiah. He passed away 10-15 years ago. I went to their church in Toronto just to see their minister, because it was interesting, really. So, amazing. They brainwash people so easily. They put his picture in the front of the church, front of the audience, and people come one by one. They bow down, they do sajda prostration in front of the picture, they stand up, they go back. And the next one, and the next one. By the way, they come with the envelope, with the check. Because you don't have the check, you can't truly worship him. So they worship the picture. So, and they are Christian, and they have their own Bible, they have their own gospel. And so these people, calling Islam a false religion, and the Mahdi the Antichrist. Interesting. So, some hadith says he will have one eye. He won't have 2 eyes. There are some interpretations of the Dajjal in Islam, according to Islam, that this Dajjal is an ideology. It's not just a man. It's an ideology, a belief system. He's not a man, he's a belief system, or he's a new technology. He speaks better than mankind. He misleads better than evil. He pictures everything, whatever he likes. It could be the media, TV, and today's IT and AI. But we don't know exactly, really, if he's a human being or what's going to happen. We don't know exactly. I will pause it here and I'll leave it for open discussion or questions. If it's related to today's topic, it's better. If not, go ahead, ask any question you like. We have 20 people here, they can answer if I can't.
Earlier you mentioned that it says in the epistle of John.
First epistle, yes.
It said that whether the spirits are from God, or sorry, apologies. It says that the false spirit is going to say that Jesus was not from God, essentially, or along those lines. So in the Greek, when it says from God, could one argue from meaning a part of God, as Christians believe?
No, they don't believe God contains Jesus.
They're separate.
No, they don't believe that. You see, we have 2 different Christianity, Trinitarian and Unitarian. majorities are Trinitarians, means they believe in Trinity, at least majority. So these majority, which Catholics and Orthodox and most of the Protestants are the Trinitarian Christians, they believe that Jesus himself is God. He is not from God, he is God. He is not from God, he is God. When we say he is from God, it means he is sent by God. That means he's a messenger of God. Who say Jesus is messenger of God? We say. Muslims say, Qur'an says. Christian, the Trinitarian Christian says he is God. As a matter of fact, when I was talking to one of the church pastors here in Toronto, he was actually upset when I said, according to Surah Al-Maryam in the Quran, Jesus is the messenger from God. I was so proud that I'm going to say something that he will like it. And he got upset. He said, you see, that's the problem. Why are you bringing down Jesus to be a prophet? You know, prophets did horrible things. You know what David did? You know what Solomon did? You know what this prophet, that prophet did? So they don't look at prophets as a holy people. For them, I said this in our previous meetings, that Christians and Jews think the prophets are not holy. They do evil things. They're just like you and me. They're mailmen. You know, God's given them a letter, gives them a book. Can you give it to your people? And he takes the letter, he gives to the people. He says, okay, he's a mailman. Post office should hire him, right? we need him actually. Our Canada Post is right now. Yeah. So, by the way, even the Bible says Jesus is a prophet. Jesus himself says, I am a prophet. But they don't read those verses. They don't believe in their own Bible. They only teach what they think is right. As the John says, the Epistle of John says, they will teach their own gospel. They won't teach what Jesus is teaching. Jesus says, I am a prophet from God. God has sent me several places in the New Testament. But they teach their own gospel. They say, no, Jesus is God. Don't call him from God. So we know truly Antichrist is going to come from the people who they call themselves the followers of Jesus, but they are not. The questions answered?
Yes, thank you so much.
So we hear it a lot, they say the Son of God. But so you say they said it's a God.
Yeah, because you see, my son is also a human being, right? I'm a human being, my son is a human being. So, Son of God supposed to be God too.
Okay.
Because
that's coming like
God,
the meaning of that.
yeah, that's how they interpret it. So your son is a human being because you're a human being. So God's son is going to be God too. Because when you open, you see everything they say. I have said this in my classes, I had a few classes. I said to them, everything Christians and Jews say against Islamic teachings, the answer, don't look for answer in the Quran. There is in the Quran, but they don't accept it. It's in the Bible. Everything they say, the answer is here. If Jesus is the Son of God, that makes him God, then entire Jews, entire Israelites are God. Because in the book of Deuteronomy and Exodus, Israelites are called sons of God. So if Jesus is the Son of God, who is the wife of God? And who is the mother of Jesus? Mary? So Mary is wife of God? Today, you see, these were the Son of God. Qur'an fights with it. Qur'an opposes it. Why Qur'an is against this use of Son of God? Because Christian says, look, we don't say it's really God, slept with Mary and Jesus came out. No, we don't mean it. You Muslims don't understand what means Son of God. Then we say, okay, then you explain me what means Son of God. They say, Son of God means special. He had no father. No human being got involved. They say, okay, Adam had no father and no mother. Right? Then you should call him Son of God powered by two. He was double the Son of God. He had no father, no mother, right? Also, then tell me in the book of Exodus, whole Jews, entire Israelites are sons of God. So if it's special, then why they are not special? If that makes Jesus God, why Adam is not God? What Jews are not God? So they have no answer basically. But why Qur'an fights with this? Why Qur'an is strictly prohibiting using this terminology, Son of God? Christians don't mean God, married with Mary. Christians don't mean it, right? Except 17 million of them. 17 million of Christians believe it, say it, and write it, and they teach it in their churches that God really married Mary, just like you married with your wife. How you got a son? How? By miracle? By word? You married with your wife, celebrated it. It took a year or so. Some people were in rush. Some people took time, right? Same thing. God married with Mary. And after, some people say 6 months, some people say 9 months after Jesus was born. That's why we call him Son of God. Go look at the Mormon's website. Now, don't believe my words. You might think I'm exaggerating. No, go check here. Google it. Does Mormons believe God slept with Mary? Just Google it. 17 million believe God married Mary. They got Jesus. Physical. Not a spiritual marriage, physical. God became man, married with Mary, they were together, just like maybe they had honeymoon too, I don't know. Probably they had. Right? Why not?
Florida.
Oh, why not? If God becomes a man, he wants to enjoy the same luxury we have.